Hi, my name is Laura Marie Coleman. Thanks for joining me for Fractions Grade 3, Part 3. In Part 1, we talked about fraction notation and unit fractions. In Part 2, we talked about fractions on a number line. And in Part 3, we're going to be talking about comparing fractions in 3rd grade. The content in this video is based on the information in the Progressions document draft that was released in 2013. The final concept that 3rd graders touch on is comparing fractions. There's a few big ideas embedded in this concept. First, we can't compare fractions unless the wholes are the same size. So in this first image, we can't compare the fourths because one whole is significantly bigger than the other one. If we assume we have wholes that are the same size, we can think about comparing fractions a few ways. The first one is noticing that the denominator is the same. That means both wholes that are the same size are also broken up into the same number of pieces. Then I can think about the numerator, which tells me the number of pieces, and I know that the one that has the smaller number of pieces is less than the number that has a greater number of pieces. So you can see on this number line that clearly when I have 2/5, I have less than when I have 4/5. Now in this bottom example, the numerator is the same and the denominator is different. When the numerator is the same, that means I have the same number of parts, and the denominator tells me the size of those parts. When you look at the number line, or I could draw an area model, I can see that when I take one whole and break it into 5 parts, and the same size whole and break it into 7 parts, the 7ths are smaller than the 5ths because I had to make more parts. A great parallel for this is candy. If you ask students if they want to share a candy bar with one friend or 6 friends, they're definitely going to tell you they want to share it with one, because who doesn't want half of a candy bar instead of 1/6 of a candy bar? Thanks for joining me for this Grade 3 Fractions Part 3 video. If you haven't seen Part 1 about fraction notation and unit fractions, or Part 2 on fractions on a number line in Grade 3, make sure you check those out. For more videos, resources, or to reach out and schedule some custom coaching or PD for your district, check out our website at pima.edu.com.